So Gunpla has an actual trend, a full-on bona fide trend that is very rare when it comes to Gundam model kits. If somehow you have not seen it by now, you must be living under a rock, but that is popping your Gunpla inside of a Peli case, which kind of makes it into a big old charm. So you can let other builders out there know you're a builder too, a proverbial raising of your flag, if you will. But yeah, I think what really makes this a very popular trend is the fact that it doesn't actually take much in the lines of any effort at all. You grab the case, pop your Gunpla in it, and you're good to go, literally. So when I saw it, I had to try it, and I will mention this was a couple of weeks ago at this point. I made a bit of a mistake, don't make it either. Buy the right case, the one that's clear in the front. It's easy to make a mistake, maybe not, maybe it's just me. But yeah, before I actually did this video, I wanted to know who really came up with this, because this is definitely a unique, nice, simple, yet at the same time completely awesome idea. So I did a little bit of digging around because I remember seeing it at the end of February on Twitter, but it seems like this picture right here I saw posted by a Japanese account actually had the TikTok handle removed from it with generative fill or something like that, which is a little bit on the lame side. So looking around a little bit more, I eventually saw it. So this right here, as far as I know, was the original account that did this. So that is over on TikTok. So if you do want to go check out the person, pay them your respects, give credit where credit is due. But yeah, it's about time we jumped on that Peli case bandwagon. Alright, so what you're going to be needing is this right here. This is a Peli case. This is basically a waterproof. And a few days later, so I will give one word of advice: make sure to get the right one. Now, I'm absolutely certain I ordered the clear one when I did make the order. When I looked in really quickly, I saw the kind of clear edge on this and just assumed the whole thing was clear, and I was seeing the back through it. One good aspect about the non-clear version is that you do actually have protection on this side too, but the bad side or the negative aspect is the fact that, well, you can't see it whatsoever. So if you just wanted something for transporting a Gundam kit for photography or something like that, this is absolutely perfect, but not for what we're talking about. So if you do want a sort of Gunpla wearable, this is the one right here that you'll want. It's exactly the same case, a Peli 1040, but as you can see, with this one, you can actually see through to the inside. That does mean it doesn't have any protection on this side right here, so you're going to have to pad this somewhat to make sure the Gundam isn't rattling around, because, well, if you don't, it will definitely be rattling around. Overall, all I can say is it's a really great quality case. I have seen some reviews on Amazon saying that these parts can break over time, but I'm not sure how long that would take. This is waterproof too. And overall, pretty cool so far. Also, I have noticed some people will cover this right here with some kind of sticker by removing this. And I'm not sure, you must be able to take the inside out. Yeah, you can actually take this out because I did see the original poster that did post this actually put the box art from the real grade inside here. So when you do turn it around, well, I'll just stick it on the screen right now. It had the box art round in the back, which is a very cool touch. Now, if you do want it fully clear, you've got this, but the kit would have to be 100% just fitted to not really get damaged inside of it. So yeah, like I mentioned, this is the case you're going to be needing, the Peli 1040. Again, the one that is clear in the front. This is a very nice case. It feels very hard wearing. It's good and strong, but also, like I mentioned, apparently the hinge can go on it over time, so maybe it's not a good idea to keep opening it and closing it all the time. Also, before you're going to grab one of these of your own, you might be wondering, well, what kits can actually fit in this? So you're only going to be getting your average size 1/44th scale Gundam kits into this, and there isn't really a whole lot of space out to the sides or to the back when you do get it in, but for a standard Gundam there is a lot of clearance, maybe a little bit too much because it can rattle around inside. As for the full direct measurements of this, the space you have inside is 6 inches by 4 inches, which is in and around 16 by 9 centimeters give or take. So that does mean any larger kits like a master grade definitely will not fit. Even bigger 1/44th scale kits like the real grade high new Gundam will not fit, and even long kits like the high grade Aerial that has a whole load going on around back is not going to fit either. But all of your average size high grade standard Gundam kits and Gundam adjacent kits will fit. And I do know there are some Xeon kits that will fit almost flush and you won't need to pack the case. And speaking of which, you will have to pack the case. So yeah, if you do throw your average size Gundam into this box, it is going to rattle around the place, so you're going to need something like an insert to hold it in place. What I actually did was I just grabbed some foam packaging, and this is what a lot of people seem to do, and what I did first off was I actually just put the Gundam down, drew a little bit of a chalk death outline around it, not with chalk but with color and pencil, in white, and then I just use that as a guideline to just cut out the general shape of the Gundam. Then you just pop that little foam section into the case and pop the Gundam into it just like so. Now this is okay, maybe you could cut it a little bit tighter, but overall it does feel like it would end up falling out over time. Maybe if you had some thicker foam it would work, but I found the way it kind of was around the Gundam didn't really look as aesthetically pleasing as I thought that it would. Also, I will mention one other aspect just in case you're curious, because this is one of the things I really wanted to know. How easy is it to actually remove that sticker from the box? And the answer is super easy. It just got a little bit of sticky glue still on there where I was picking at the edge, but once you actually get it, it comes off fairly cleanly, which is a definite nice bonus. But yeah, I did find actually just cutting out a silhouette of the Gundam does kind of take up all the space inside the box, so you won't have any space for accessories, and it did kind of look a little bit funny from the front, so I decided to try something a little bit, well, simpler. Or is it more complex? Just a little bit different, I guess. And that was I actually wanted to adapt the fact that the Gundams do have holes in them for attaching them onto stands. Can you attach this onto a stand inside of the case to lock it in position? Now thankfully with what I'm using right here, which a lot of people are using, it's the real grade or X78 2.0. It does have a hole in the back as opposed to in the crotch, so it just means I just stuck a little bit of a stand into it, put that in behind just a piece of shaped foam, just like so. This did give a little bit of space then where you can cut out a little bit more shape inside of this in order to attach in some of the accessories, and what I attached in with it was the shield. Overall, it did work out quite well, and something tells me that sooner rather than later, because of how popular this is, you'll probably be able to buy pre-cut inserts for whatever Gundam kit that you want. I can kind of see that coming sometime in future. But there is one more of a little step that I don't see everyone necessarily doing, but I did see on the original poster's post, and that is to actually put the box art in the back of the box. Now, just in case you don't know, the rubber section in the back of the box is fully removable, so you can have a fully clear case. So you could, in a way, if you wanted to, fill the whole thing with a kind of clear resin and make sure it is completely clear. But as for the box art, it's very simple. You just lay the insert onto the box, kind of draw out the lines on it. I use the blade to draw the lines because you can kind of cut the fold lines with it. Just cut it to shape just like so, pop it into the back of the box like this. And once you do pop in the back, the foam and your Gundam, it does take away that dead space around back. Overall, this is an absolutely fantastic idea, and I can see why so many people are getting behind it. So once again, props to, and I'm not even going to try and butcher this name, for coming up with a very fun and awesome Gundam idea. So the box itself does have a very heavy-duty carabiner on the top of it, so that does mean it will clip onto things absolutely perfectly and is not likely to go missing. And if you are looking for the most ultimate way to kind of show your Gunpla love in public, or even just to bring your Gundam kits along with you for photography, travel, or whatever, this really is the ultimate Gundam accessory right here, especially for on the move. It's a whole lot of fun. It's awesome, and you should definitely try it out. Anyways, always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to come back for more Gunpla videos, and I'll see you next time. As always, I cannot finish this video right here without thanking every single one of you guys for watching, and special thanks to those who support me on both the channel memberships as well as on Patreon, including Simon, Scotty Thomas, Abraxas, RG59061, Joe, Vanfon, and Caleb Engelhardt.